Alright, let's start the live stream. I think I should be good. Let me hop back in the game there. Yep, there we go. Alright. Well, let's just wander around. I have a couple matches to do in the area, so let's get those out of the way. And definitely turn it down a bit. There we go, that's better. Well, I think this will be a great way to spend the evening before Thanksgiving while I am waiting for some things to, finish upstairs as my prep work for cooking some things tomorrow. Kind of finish off what they were doing. Alright, so I actually think I should be able to take on a Rhyhorn with my Eevee. I have done a bit of over-leveling, definitely building myself up to snuff. Ooh, yeah, I'm pretty sure Horn Drill doesn't work if we're a higher level, which is great because one-shot defeat moves are not fun. Ooh, geez, I'm gonna slap my microphone as I try to move it closer. Alright, let's see that sizzling slide. It's not going to be really effective, but I don't know, I like just the idea of Eevee skating across on a bed of flames. So, even if it's not effective, it was definitely enough to get the job done. Alright, Pikachu wants to learn Light Screen. I think I'll keep what I have. Hey, just doing a live stream, Quinn. You wanna? Yeah, come here. Just say Happy Thanksgiving. I know you're gonna be going to bed.
Gobble gobble, Happy Thanksgiving.
Alright, there you go. I don't think anybody's in right now, but, I did slightly. I had something I wanted you to read, but if you're up in an hour, I'll check with you then. Alright. It's actually going to be in relation to this, because I don't really want to say too much about the game, positive or negative, on this stream. It's kind of just casual, me doing a thing before Thanksgiving. Well, that was just as much for them as for you. So this is mostly just to get more of a, I'm constantly trying to get a better feel for the game. It's got a lot going for it. It's got a lot that's fun to play, but I'm hoping to do a more proper dive into the game in a video to upload. But I'm also hoping to do an actual Let's Play of this with the Pikachu version. I think that'll be plenty fun to do. Quinn, you might be confiscated for that at some point, because this game has 2-player support. Alright, so making our way through. Just going to clear out these trainers in the area, gather the experience I can, and I may try to use a few other Pokemon. It is kind of the selling point of the game, 150 plus. I think there's 152 in this one because Meltan can be brought in, and then you get into the mix of the Alolan forms. Same Pokemon, different appearances, different abilities. Alright, so let me swap some Pokemon over. I'm going to switch over to one of my favorite Pokemon. Let's put Arcanine up front. I have been a long time just heavy fan of Arcanine, and Pidgeot have always been two of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Big fan of Eevee, like Charmander as a starter, but something about Growlithe and Arcanine just, I don't know, they're kind of top tier for me in enjoying. Alright, so hit him with an Ember. At some point we need to go through the entire pile of goodies up there and figure out where we're putting them. I'd also like to do, I'm talking to Quinn off camera, or off mic, no camera this time. I would like to do another like end of the year thing for all of the updates to the room, but that does involve like a massive like with cloth cleaning. Yeah, but that'll be something to look forward to doing. I could put a different one of those up on the main channel page. All the speed in the world's not going to help you over just raw power of the Arcanine. I kind of wish, I think, in the story, or in the original setup, I think Arcanine was kind of like a pseudo-legendary. I do wish they actually made him, like, legendary status, because he does have just that regal, like, lion-dog statue look. If you've seen some, like, Chinese architect, you probably have an idea of what I'm talking about, that lion statue thing. I don't know, something about the way he looks in there, it just seems so fitting. Oh, I do have some other outfits. Let me check what outfits I got now. I got Eevee there it is. I got Eevee a new bandana, and I want to see. Oh, hold on, the Diglett cap. I'm honestly not a big fan of that, but it's goofy, and I had to pick it up. Alright, so I like the sports cap, but what's with this? That's what we have on. I'm looking for... Oh, that's what they meant by a bandana. I thought it was going to go, like, on his side, or heck, even just the tail would have worked. Not a big fan of it being on both spots. Alright, let's put the basic matching hat back on, because something about matching with the Pokemon just... I don't know, it's a fun added feature. It kind of serves no real purpose. I mean, you can't even evolve your Pokemon, but I don't know, playing dress up with your Pokemon is kind of fun. It's enjoyable. Much in the same way that, what were those back in the prior games in the Ruby Sapphire era? The contests? The contests, they weren't like a main focus, but they were just fun side stuff. And then of course, I think it was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you could change your outfit and like match with your Pokemon, or maybe I'm thinking of a different one where you could like take photos with your Pokemon or something. Something about that also seems pretty fun. It's just that extra little side content that helps pad things out. Alright, are you guys gonna be a double battle? Because it's been a while since we've had one of those, and I've already been to what is the city with the major retail store where you get the drinks? I've already picked up some drinks, so I might, instead of... Now I've got a big fire-based team. I think we'll go to the grass gym first, take care of... Let me just get my voice back. I'm gonna go take care of some Team Rocket goons and possibly even Erica. I haven't checked out the gym in that area yet. I really hope that the pervy old guy is still outside peeking in on the gym. I very much hope he's still there. I know they've dialed him back a bit. He's no longer Master Roshi level of that. But I do hope he's still got something to say, and that he's at least there. Even if he's not going to be that character, the callback to his placement and being there would be kind of fun to see. There were some items in here before and it helped break up the monotony, but honestly, just walking through that was pretty boring. If anybody's wondering, I am playing with just the base Joy-Con because... Have I fought you? No, I have not. Alright. Because I have the Pokeball controller. Mine works in some ways and not others. It works as a controller, and it would be great if all I was going to be doing was just these trainer battles. Even in the catching scenario, I've come up with a few strategies here and there to deal with the problems I'm having, which is actually in the motion controls. But it is unable to be fixed when trying to, like, pet Eevee, for example, or if I take too long in trying to do the catching mechanic between Pokeball throws. Trainer Yvette, about to send out Dugtrio. I will switch. I don't like the idea of Arcanine in there against Dugtrio. The ground type moves are going to hurt quite a bit, but if I swap into Charizard, a lot of people talk about his part flying being a weakness, and of course not part dragon. But that's going to be a saving grace when dealing with Dugtrio, because that means all of those ground type moves are not going to be able to hurt us. And we'll still be able to hit him with a wing attack, so that'll be big damage. I actually had no intention of doing a stream of the Let's Go Eevee, because this is the one I'm playing before doing any videos on the topic, to get my feet wet and see what's going on before I jump over to shoot, I didn't see what Pokemon they're bringing out, so I will just switch to another one just to get some variety going. So let's see how Blastoise does against whoever she's sending out. Yeah, I was playing this version to get a feel for the game, and looking at getting some footage for a video I have coming up where I talk about the game, the plus and minuses, and why I'm still enjoying it. And I should have used anything but Bubble Beam, but luckily Water on Water, I'm just as much in the okay as they are. Actually, I'm even more in the okay. We've got stat bonuses from being evolved and just a general level advantage. Alright, so let's crunch on the bait seal. Wow, Bubble Beam was almost just as effective as the bite. Wasn't expecting the type difference to be negated so much, so I'm gonna hit him with another Bubble Beam. Why not? Get that stab damage. For those who don't know, stab is the same type attack bonus. I'm pretty sure that's common knowledge for anybody looking into Pokemon at this point, but hey, Nintendo's marketing this as a good game for people to get their intro into Pokemon. So if you're watching this looking for maybe your first step into Pokemon, there's a bit of background trainer talk for you. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's catch Kadabra. Let's see if we're able to make that happen. We did just get a couple of Ultra Balls, and the Raspberry should help in the catch rate. Alright, there we go. And, man, it's a great toss. Not amazing, but I still haven't pinned down proper timing. I've been too busy looking at and dealing with other things in the game. Alright, got a new Kadabra. Smart Candy, Smart Candy, Smart Candy. I need a lot of Smart Candies. I got the Mew from the Pokeball on this version, and that's the first thing I really want to beef Mew on, is speed and special attack. Although it's not the most needed for in this game, because you can up all of them an additional 200 points with the candy. Hey Carol, welcome to the stream. Just super casual, starting, you know, just playing around with the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. What's up? How has your day been? Keep adjusting my microphone because I have no idea how well it's picking up. I have my headphones on to try and pick it up on the computer end, and couldn't get that quite to work, so I just defaulted to my standard setup. Don't hurt my Arcanine because he is my, or she is my, she's my baby girl. Let's see, we have Far-Fetched. We are going to be at a huge level disadvantage if I go with that one, so I'll just take the type disadvantage and show off the Venusaur, which I really need to diversify the attacks on Venusaur because I think it's all grass right now. So that's kind of limited. Let's hit him with that pedal dance. Not a bad day. Well, that's, you know, as I heard earlier, still just good information on that. I'm just going through and clearing out some trainers on my way to Erica's gym, the grass gym in the next city, and I can't for the life of me remember what color palette that one's based on, but I don't think that's going to be all that important. It shouldn't be that hard. My Eevee does have like a fire attack right now, and I've got 2 fire Pokemon in the party. I think I'm pretty well stacked to deal with anything she's going to throw at me. My only what if is whether or not I meet the special criteria they're going to make me meet for the gym challenge. You're watching Cake Wars. I have been watching on Netflix the what is it, the British baking show a lot lately. I don't do a lot of baking myself, honestly. I do some baking. I know I've discussed it with you. I've even shown some of what I bake. But you know, something entertaining about the way they do those shows. And as much as I love Gordon Ramsay, it is kind of fun to see a calmer set of judges. I think Gordon Ramsay works really well for the high tension ones, but I mean, when you're doing a baking show, he does seem like he'd be really out of place. Alright, let's take a pit stop at the Pokemon Center on the way back. I don't necessarily need the TM12, but I'll take it. There's my Arcanine. There she be. Good girl. I have such a love for Arcanine. I don't know. I think it stems back to my earliest days playing Pokemon, and my first pet was a dog. Loved my Katie girl, and I always nicknamed the Growlithe I got in the game after my dog, and so there was as a kid, there was a stronger connection to the Growlithe I caught late game at the Burn Tower than there was with my starting Pokemon. Which, you know, some people might see it as being odd, but we all get our own favorite Pokemon. Alright, let's just squeeze on through. Where are you, old man? Haha, there you be. You still gotta be here. Alright, now you're talking about strong trainers, so they've still dialed back the perviness of the old man staring in on all the girls at the gym. Which, frankly, you know, okay, I get. But I still thought it was funny the first time. We only let trainers with cute Pokemon enter the gym. Well, there is nothing cuter than Eevee in Gen 1. So, frankly, I think I've got this one settled. Smelling Eevee, that was a little far. That was a little odd. But, you know, I agree. Something about just the poofiness of the chest, like I could see you just wanting to bury your face into that. Alright, alright, so we got a challenger here. I'm gonna fight all these people. Yeah, he's not a baker. Makes sense to me. You might bake something later tonight. You're gonna bake something for Thanksgiving? Which, by the way, is a question I have posted in the description. What are you thankful for this year? What's really got you going on that? Alright, Oddish. That'll be an easy enough one to just tear right through. burn you alive. Or not. You're gonna stand up to that. All right. Well, let's eat a radish. Yep, that did the job. Alright, what do you got to say? And, am I getting Ultra Balls yet? That was... Alright, I thought most battles give Pokeballs. I haven't paid enough attention to see if that's going to be the case with other ones. Like, right now we are in the gym, so it kind of makes sense not to get Pokeballs here. Alright, there's nothing to do with those, and that will return me to the start. Yeah, that'll return me to the start. That was the main entryway. Thankful for family and friends. That's kind of the standard answer. You know, everybody should be. I hope everybody is able to live a life that is high on the list of what they'd be thankful for. You know, family's always there for you, and your friends, well, you kind of keep them around for a reason, and hopefully that is because they are an enjoyment in your life and something you wish to keep around. Whereas family, you know, family sometimes not so much. Speaking from experience there, and even then, you will always lend out your hand to help family. There's something magical about the bond there. Man, I like this gym. I like this gym setup because I don't think it's all that different from the original. You know, in the original it was more like just cut down one tree and you've made it. Fight 3 or 4 trainers. So this is kind of true to the original idea of when you go into the gym back in the old, you know, red, blue, and yellow. I know this is technically more of a remake of yellow, but it's more involved than the original one as well, and I like that. I was pretty underwhelmed with Lieutenant Surge's gym, but I did really like Misty's design setup, the way hers was done with the pool, and clearly I'm not going to be able to go back and show the first time I walked in there, but you'd have trainers actually high dive off and swim up to challenge you rather than just swimming to challenge you like in the original days. Did I already fight you? No, I didn't. It must have been one of the other beauty characters. I should switch back over to Eevee. He's got that sizzling slide. He's got that let me ride the flames to victory move. And Eevee's just naturally stronger than everything else in my team. I've been pouring a lot of candies into it. Why did you choose to play as a girl? I actually think in this one, Eevee is more aesthetically going with a girl character. When I do the Pikachu game, I'm going to play a male character because I actually think Pikachu more aesthetically lines up with male trainers. There was pretty much no other reason than I think they look better together than the male character. And I actually started the game 3 times to decide which character I wanted to start with. I did the boy with brown hair, boy with blonde hair, and then I went with the girl with blonde hair, and I said, yeah, that looks good enough. Alright, I am not happy with the fact that they just burned my Arcanine. I think she's gonna sit out for a few more battles, and hopefully we will deal with that poison. I think I have a couple antidotes. But yeah, what's your opinion on that? Do you think there's something particular with the way the Pokemon looks with the characters? Or do you think I'm just being horribly shallow and I need to just accept my terribleness? I do have a full heal. I'll use that on Arcanine. There's a lot of Pokemon I'd let hold on to a poison in my party. Arcanine is not one of them. I think I'd be more okay with Eevee staying poisoned than Arcanine. It feels a little bad, like a little betraying of Eevee, because, I mean, it is the starter, and I do also really, really like Eevee. Let me apologize here. I'm tensed up a little bit. Did you hear what I had to say? You not in agreement? There we go. Let's see if I can get the big green burst. All right, well, gotta get the tuft. Gotta get the tuft fur at the bottom there. And let's give you a pineapple berry. There we go. All right. Chop this tree down and keep moving around to challenge all of the other trainers. I don't think I've missed any yet, but you know, this is... Oh, I don't want to go that way. That's going to take me back down. I do think this gym's a bit more involved, like I said, so I might have passed one over or not. I don't know. I haven't even been to the left side of the gym. It's just been the right side so far. So I think maybe I'm only halfway through the gym. Which is nice, you know, I like the... Oh, wait. Did I switch Eevee? Yeah, I did. Alright. Eevee's up front. We can get that sizzling slide and tear through the grass type in the gym here. Yes? Is that yes that you're agreeing with my thought on the visual? Or yes that I'm a terrible person and I need to stop being so shallow? Both are probably true. Alright, let's get that Sizzly Slide. I love the name of that move. There are two others you can pick up as well. There's like a bubbly something or other, which is clearly going to be Eevee's water move. And there was another. I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't nearly as catchy, so I don't even remember what the element was. I'd assume grass, because seems like the other two imply the starter elements. You know, fire, water, grass. But I want to say it wasn't. I want to say it was something weird and different, like an electric move to counter for Pikachu. But I feel like just innately, that's a wrong statement to try to think. I feel like I've got some sort of brain deficit trying to think back on that. Some of the things I have really grown to like in this game is the look of the trainer battles. Like, I'm in the gym and we're surrounded by all this, all the plants, and I like that when the trainer battle starts up, you see that. We're on the path, there's plants all around us. The Pokemon models all look great. There's not a single one. You need to stop being shallow. As I said, they're both probably true. And I'm going to stick to that one because it makes me feel better about myself. But yeah, all of the Pokemon models look great. Some of them look a little goofy when they follow behind you. I actually want to see if I have enough space to show off exactly what I mean. Because I'm not sure if I even can in the gym here. Venusaur is one that, as Venusaur follows behind you, something about it looks goofy. He hops along behind you like a frog. Like, it's exactly what it should be. I mean, Venusaur looks like a frog. If they did anything different, it would be kind of weird. Alright, yeah, he's not gonna... I'll leave him out so that when we leave, he'll be the one that comes out. But something about it looks off, you know, it's just kind of goofy watching a giant frog that looks like it could eat me, hopping behind my character lovingly. The model looks great, it's just that kind of pulls me out of it a little bit. But I can't deny that, you know, if you like Venusaur, it's probably exactly what you're going to be looking for. it's got a charm to its goofiness. So it's not like I even want to say it's a negative on it in that. And even the character models, like you can see the trainer in the background. It's not just like in the old days where it's the trainer. Let's keep Eevee out here. Where the trainer, he like flies in between Pokemon, says something, and then switches Pokemon. It's the trainer is on the field as you're playing, as you're going through. It's kind of got a, what was that game on the Nintendo 64? The Pokemon Stadium. It's got a Pokemon Stadium vibe to it in how it looks, but I don't think the trainers were around until like Battle Revolutions. Was that the name of the game? The one on the Wii. Are you streaming by yourself? Yes. My brother had late work today, and he is waking up early because he has some prep work for Thanksgiving that he wasn't able to take care of tonight. Which luckily I was around. I was able to take care of my prep work for cooking tonight. And right now I'm waiting on things upstairs to cool down so that I can put them in the fridge without... I don't know what it is that they do, but there's some reason that you're not supposed to put warm food in a fridge. And so that's what I'm waiting on, is that last step so that I can head to bed and have my Thanksgiving, ready to go. Do I want to go that way? So what's going on? Alright, so I don't really need to go that way because it doesn't look like there's any trainers that way, and it doesn't look like the path branches off. So yeah, it's just me. I'm about as casual, nonchalant, unplanned. I wanted to play Pokemon, but I also wanted to stream, as I think anything could be. Alright, Erica. It's so pleasant. There was, in one of the buildings, there was actually a flyer with Erica on it, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I could read the flyer and what it was promoting. Yeah, I'd like to challenge you. And it was something like meet the gym leader or something like that, an interview with Erica, something like that. And I thought it was kind of fun that, I don't know if it's all the flyers, but a lot of the things that you'll see dangling on walls are still interactable, and they'll give you a little bit going on. So even a lot of the stuff that seems mundane still has something in here, and I know for some people looking to build the lore and the world of Pokemon, they're gonna get a kick out of that. I feel like there's a lot in this game that, on every single scale, it seems like there's a positive and a negative to things. And I think that's because a lot of this game is so unique in how it was put together that it's a love it or hate it thing. So some of the things that you can do in the game that, like, I love some of the things you can do in this game, but some of them might be things that other people are going to find less enjoyable. I think a good example of that is the wild Pokemon being out in the overworld. It's really useful when you want to go through and look for a specific Pokemon. It's also really useful when you are when you're trying to just plow through an area you've already gone through extensively, and it's just, look, I just want to walk through this cave. I don't want to fight everything in the way. But it does remove a long-held RPG tradition within the game. And so I can also, like, see where people are coming from, where that's being viewed as a negative in the game. Did you transfer any Pokemon from Pokemon Go? I have not transferred any Pokemon from Pokemon Go yet, and I'm not sure I have any in Pokemon Go I'd want to transfer. Unless there's some that I have a hard time finding in the game. I have no idea how hard it's going to be to find a Scyther, but Scyther's another one I have a big fancy for. So if I can't find a Scyther in the wild, I'm definitely going to have to go transfer mine from Pokemon Go The other thing is, I think in Pokemon Go, it's the only spot you can trade over Alolan Vulpix, and I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Eevee's got something he wants to. We need to celebrate our victory. There we go. Aw. Look at you, you adorable just ball of brown fluff. I love it. Yeah, the Alolan Vulpix is one that I would want to transfer over, but I don't have that in Pokemon Go. Supposedly it's there, I just have never found one. But in this game so far, you can let me pull up my list of Pokemon. There are people in the game still wanting to trade with you, and one of the ones I came across is an Alolan Diglett. They wanted to trade a Kanto Diglett for their Alolan Diglett. So I do have, where is he? A Kanto Diglett here. I wish I could rotate him. I thought you could. Must not be a thing. Alright. That would be a nice little added feature to when you're checking them out, rotate the model. So you can see Venusaur like hopping along behind me like a big frog. He's a big lovable frog man. Pokemon Mon. Frogmon. And it looks kind of goofy to me, but I mean he is pretty much modeled after a frog, so what should you expect? That's exactly what it kind of should look like. But, you know, I can't say enough nice things about being able to ride my Arcanine. Like, this is a dream from childhood right here, that they are, checking out the new badge. This is just a dream. This is, when watching the original Pokemon theme, and you see Ash running alongside the Arcanine, and you just see how big it is, and as a kid, you're just like, I know I could ride that thing. You know, that's kind of the thing that people... What? Was not planning on that. Oh, that's adorable. I was just flailing my remote wildly, talking about how much I love Arcanine, and Eevee's just like, hey, what about me? You picked me, you played my version first. So yeah, Growlithe you can't catch in this version, you get the Vulpix in this version instead. What is this area? Oh, this is a hotel. Alright. I don't even remember if this building is in the other spot, but I'm looking for the Team Rocket hideout. Probably somewhere by the actual Team Rocket member. Is it this one or the one to the left? Well, we have Team Rocket members here. I do like that, what Pokemon is it that was always so expensive? Porygon. I wonder if you can transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Go. From what I understand, you can, but I don't know if it's going to be locked to an account. So, somewhere there should be a poster to check in for Team Rocket. It's going to be in one of these buildings, so I'm going to double check this. Maybe it's not a poster this time. No, it's in the game corner. I'm thinking of Gold and Silver, where it's the radio broadcast where Lance pulls it away. So let's go to the game corner. I've heard you can transfer Pokemon from the game to Pokemon Go, but I don't know how that works or what it does. Where's my partner anyway? He was supposed to come trade places with me, but he's... So I need to go... You aggravating sack of red R shirt wearing garbage. Alright, let's hop on over to Lavender Town. I can drop off my water to the guy here and go check out the area Sabrina's at. I still don't remember the Pokemon area. You want a tea. You don't want my water. You want tea. I couldn't buy tea from the vending machine. I could buy water, soda pop, and lemonade. Where am I getting tea? Well, that's going to be a change up from the... Hey, Brock? What's up? Keeping in touch with other gym leaders is part of our duties, after all. You know, they did talk about that in the anime, like really early on when Ash went to challenge the Cerulean gym. Brock said he knew the leader and so on and so forth. So that's kind of, I suppose that's an interesting touch. The girls at the gym all turned me away for some reason, though. Actually have some pewter crunchies. I brought them as a gift to the gym here. Alright, so we got some snackage. You're gonna want some tea after eating them. Pewter crunchies can make you thirsty, and bam, we have our way. Thank you, Brock. I was just gonna go search the entirety of the market, so that was great. Don't worry, I'll be sharing. So that answers exactly what I was worried about having to go deal with. I didn't even know who was there. I went down and around the first time. Look, I'm hoping this is iced tea, because if that's hot tea, you are gonna scald your throat real bad with that. How much tea was there that he's going to share it with the other guards? Did I just give him like a gallon of Arizona tea? Brock was just like, hey, these things are really gonna make you thirsty. I mean, I just gave you a bag of freaking salt. So here, have this entire gallon of tea. Because you're gonna need quite a bit to share with all the guards. Alright, let's slide on over to Lavender Town. Somewhere in here there's going to be a Team Rocket member that I overlooked, and I have to deal with him here. I actually never went south yet, so I'll see what all that's going to be about. I also didn't fight everybody up here. Maybe the Team Rocket members this way? I don't think I fought any of these people. I think I squeezed past the one in the top right and just rushed on into Lavender Town because I was done with the Dark Cave. Alright, well, that's not the best matchup for me. I don't have the bubbly 22 Skidoo move that you get early on for Eevee. But, you know, making you flinch, that'll work well enough, and we'll... Oh, I should have hit him with the payday. Get extra money. I don't know what I was thinking. So, yeah, that is... I don't think Eevee usually gets payday. But in this version, payday does come in as a TM. So you're able to teach it to a lot of Pokemon that shouldn't normally have it. And I completely overlooked that it was a TM after training my Meowth up high enough to get payday and then evolve it into a Persian, because I figured, oh hey, I'll be using him in all sorts of battles. Only to find out not the most viable option, because, well, Eevee can have it. And if Eevee can make me money, why should I not be having Eevee make me money? Use that adorable factor for all it's worth. Holy cow, that hit like a truck. That hit looked like what I'd expect that amount of gold slamming into the face of something would hurt. Gold is heavy, that's what I was trying to say, and clearly brain don't function well enough to put thoughts to words. Alright, Sand Slash, I do want to swap out of that. I was gonna go with the wing attack on Charizard, but I think Blastoise is just the all-around better option for that task. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, I know you're gonna outspeed me, but I don't think you'll be able to. You did not outspeed me. I seem to recall Sandslash was all about speed, so I was banking hard on, even with my level advantage, just not being enough. Caro, if you're still around in chat, I'm curious, from what you're seeing so far, I haven't even done a Pokemon catch. I should probably do that. I did early on. I did a Kadabra. Anyways, I should probably do a few more of those just to emphasize how they work. But from what you're seeing so far, what's your thought of the game? Do you think it's... If you have a Switch, do you think it's worth the $60 investment that the base game is worth? Or do you think, you know, what's your thoughts overall? I know I'm trying to, like, put boxes for you to put your thoughts in, but that's not what I should do. Your thoughts are your own, darn it. What do we have here? I didn't catch what it was, so let's fall back on old reliable. Let's see here. Hit him with the old Spitfire. My Arcanine raps so well, she's spitting straight fire. You should hear her mixtape. It'd still beat the hell out of a lot of this this mumble rap that people are doing these days. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting to be doing the stream this late. I was thinking I'd be well off to bed by now, but I'm having enough fun. The game is an odd sense of passively enjoyable. That, you know, for what it's worth, it's a joy to sit and play. It's not a Pokemon game as most fans are going to know a Pokemon game, but it's got enough going for it that it's still fun to play. I don't know how else to put it other than that. It's enjoyable. There is good fun to be had here. It seems fun, but I don't know if I would pay $60 for it. That's kind of why I led into that question, is I think if somebody could pick this game up for $40 or something like that, it's a great price to have. Is this the one that gets me items? Yes. It seems like it's in this, trying to think how to word this, status of a great Pokemon game. It's a lot of fun to play, but I don't think I could see anybody paying more than $35, maybe $40 for this game. Alright, missed that one. So I do want to say, if I were to be using my Pokeball controller right now, and I'm waiting right here, that's basically what winds up happening every time I try the Pokemon controller, because of the delay on the the rotation issue I have on the Pokeball controller. So since I'm using the basic Joy-Con controller, a lot easier to control in these catching scenarios. If I had the controller near me, I'd show an example of it, but I don't. But I wanted to get that out there. This is exactly as casual a Pokemon game as I think everybody was maybe fearing it would be. But I think the problem people are having is they are equating a fear with it just because it's not the mainstream Pokemon game we wanted and thought we'd be getting next. I want to see if I can find an Onix in here. I only have one, and I'd like to pick up a very large Onix just because if I can have a giant rock snake, why wouldn't I want a giant rock snake? we have enough non-giant snakes in the house already, so giant made of rock seems like the way to go. What I would probably equate this game more to, as far as the enjoyment playing it, is closer to what I think Nintendo wanted people to have. Darn it, I keep running into Gravelers. Don't want a Graveler, although if I was catching every Graveler I'm seeing, I'd probably be, oh yeah, gotta give Arcanine the good pets here. I'd probably be pretty close to catching a shiny Graveler at this point. It seems more like the kind of, well, there's an Onix. The enjoyment people wanted, Nintendo wanted Pokemon Go itself to bring. The problem here now is, although it's meeting, it's scratching that itch, so to speak, it's not a mobile game now, and it seems to have only a little bit more going for it than some mobile games to begin with, so it's sitting in a weird in-between. So I hope for people who go out and buy this game, they go out knowing and expecting that they're going to be getting an incredibly... I mean, at this point, I can't imagine anybody not expecting the casual game. But if you bought this game expecting an actual Pokemon game, you would be highly, highly disappointed. And even knowing how casual it is, it's easy to find yourself at the beginning still surprised at just how casual based it is. Alright, I'm starting to think that the teammate that this guy's looking for is going to be one of the people at the top of this tower. And in order to deal with that, I'd have to go to get the Sylph Scope. Let me just double check in here real fast, see if he's up here. Oh, I never followed this through to the end. Maybe this is what I should have done. I probably should have realized something was off when he wasn't just... It's a Ghastly. I mean, are we calling it just a hard ghost? Because it's kind of like a mix between Ghastly and Haunter. Is that the ghost that's going to be the mom? I'm pretty sure that's what it's going on about. That's going to be sad. No, that is very sad. Alright, let's see what we're going to have here. I mean, you know, it's just an undead spirit wandering around. We can get a bit calmer out of that. Alright, yeah, I don't like our odds here. I want them to spawn on the right side of the room so that I can squeeze past heading to the left. You still got something to say? Or are you still, yeah, you're still letting me know that it's ghosties in the area. I don't like my odds here, but let's try to juke him. Made it past. And let's leave here so that I can go get the Sylph Scope. Because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next thing I'll want to do anyways, which is right where I want to be anyways, beating down some, you know, Team Rocket goons. Has no one stopped in besides me? Yeah, it's pretty much a dead stream. Well, this will give me an opportunity to talk about the oddity of the designs here for Team Rocket. James is passable. Like, I don't know, there's something goofy about James, like the proportions just don't seem to work too well. But Jesse, I think somebody at Nintendo headquarters, like they had it out for her. Somebody hurt Jesse with intent here. Alright, so we have Meowth and... Did they just kidnap the... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna... No, I'm not cool with that. Get back here. I was gonna go challenge Silphscope. Or challenge the Silphco thing, but no. Get your... Where the hell are you? Maybe this is their way of telling me exactly the direction they went. Yeah, no one stopped into the stream besides you, and there's any number of reasons for that. We aren't a big channel to begin with. This isn't our usual stream time. And yeah, let's get in there. Did I just get turned away? I'm going to need to find another way in there at some point. But I do think I'm at the point where I am going to end the stream, call it here, and I hope anybody who stops in between now and tomorrow, they are going to have a great Thanksgiving. And Caro, I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving yourself. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for stopping in, and hopefully I will see more people stopping in Friday when we continue the Spyro attempt at completing the first game through to completion.